Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to cover a few commands which are frequently been used in Linux. So right now I have connected my Ubuntu OS to the Git Bash terminal. So let's quickly start. So in the last video, we discussed about few commands. If you have not watched it, please go back and please go through that video. For now, let me go ahead and put some light on few more commands. So let's say if you want to create a file by using vim command. So what you have to do in Linux is you have to type vim followed by the file name. For now, let's keep it as Linux file and then hit enter. When you hit enter, you will have the option to hit enter and then followed by you have to click on insert button on the keyboard. When you click on insert, you can enter the data. So let's say we can type as this is my first Vim command testing. To come out of it, use escape, and to come out of this file you have to put as colon wq, hit enter, colon wq, hit enter. Okay, let me turn off my caps, colon wq, hit enter. Now if you can see, it's completely back to the terminal where we can type something now. So let's try with ls. If you can see here, this is the directory name which we have made it in the last video. This is the Linux file which we have just made by using the vim command. This is the Ubuntu file which we have created in the last video by using touch command. Let's say if we can check what exactly is there in the Linux file. Let's try with cat followed by Linux file. Let's see if it shows something or not. See, this is my first vim command testing. So this is what it shows. Good. So now to check more commands. So let's say if you wanted to know about the path, you can use pwd. If you can see, we are in this path /home/Ubuntu. And let's say if you want to see the complete information, uh, just to get more information about files and directories, the command would be ls space uh, and l, hit enter. If you can see here, you are able to see much more information about each file. So this is the first directory, and then this is the file, this is the file. But just to let you know, how would you identify if it's a directory or a file? If you can see, the directory always starts with D, and the file always starts with the dash. Okay. So coming to the next command, it would be ls space hyphen a, hit enter. If you can see here, this will show all the files, including the hidden files which are there in this path. Okay, let me clear this up. And the next command would be, let's say if it is ls space hyphen la, hit enter. If you can see, you are able to see much more information, not just about the directory or the file, but also the hidden files. If you can see, .cache is the hidden file, right? So this is what we are able to see. So now let me clear this. So let me just show you something now, okay? So here, if you can see here, we are able to see some information here, but we are not sure what exactly it means, right? So if so D stands for directory, right? And then dash, correct? So let's say if we so basically these are the permissions. So if you can see, read, write, W means write, RE means read. And then there is one more which is X. If you can see here, this is execute. So these are the permissions what we are giving. So let's say if you wanted to give any sort of permission to these files. So let's say let me just do something. Let me just show only the files which we have created it. Okay, this will definitely give us better picture. ls minus. Okay, now if you can see, these are the files which we have created. And let's say if you wanted to change these permissions, let's say right for the Linux file, it's is read write, okay, and then read write and then read. So just to put some information here, so read write and then execute, right? So the first one would definitely go for let's say the group what we usually do, right? So so for read, usually we name it as number 4. For write, it's number 2. For execute, number 1. So let me just quickly open a notepad and let me just show you for, okay, let me just put it here, right here. So for read, it is number 4. For write, it is number 2. For execute, it's always number 1. Okay, so we have to use this combination in order to change the permission. Okay, so let's say for the first group, for the first one, it is basically the owner permission, right? And then followed by the group and for the others. So let's say if we wanted to change any information or any permission here, we have to play around with the combination. So for 4 plus 2 will become 6, right? So if we name it as 6, it means that we are giving read and write permission to the owner group, correct? So let's quickly try something here. Okay, so to change the permission, the command would be chmod space. Now we have to put as, okay, so right now if you can see we already have read write permission. So let's change it as read write execute. Okay, let's put it as 7. It's number 4 plus 2 plus 1, so it becomes 7. For the second file, it is read and write. So let's name it as just number 4, which will only give the read access. For the third one, for the others, it's actually read. Let's give as 4 plus 2 plus 1. So it's basically like let's go for 3, like only write and execute. Okay, and then followed by the file name. What is the file name here? It's Linux file. Hit enter. Now let's try and check it. ls l. Now if you are able to see here, now if you compare this and this, you will be able to see the difference. So for the first one, we have given read, write, execute access. For the second one, if you remember, only read access. For the last one, if you remember, we have given write and execute access. So this is how you change the name. So this is how you play around. So let me quickly show one more to change the permission for this file for Ubuntu. Okay, so the command would be chmod followed by read write read write read. So let's try to change it. So let's try to give 7 7 7. Let's give all the permissions for owner, group, and others. Okay, and the file name would be Ubuntu. Hit enter. If you use this command to see all the files, if you can see here, here you go. So read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute. So you will be able to give. So let's give all the uh, access to the Linux file as well. chmod 777 Linux file. Hit enter. Then check by using this command. See, so the permissions for both the files, which is Linux file and Ubuntu file, are now same. So this is how you play around with the numbers. So in the upcoming session, I'll be sharing more information about how we can use more commands mm, to create few files, or maybe another way to create or to maintain this permission. All right. So this is more like a numerical way what we have just did. Thank you so much for watching, uh, and we will discuss more about this in the upcoming session. Thank you for watching again, and please do support my channel.